Hey, Southport Dolphins, let's play the game Guess Who. All right, here we go. So the first letter I'm thinking of is who makes the sound Z? Yeah, that's right. Zigzag Zebra. He says Z. Who else says Z? Wonder if I even have him over here. I do. Yes, did you say Sleepy Sammy Snake? Yeah, they both make the Z sound. Z. One's a S and one's a Z. Z. And Sleepy Sammy Snake makes her sound or his sound at the end of a word, where Zigzag Zebra would mostly be at the beginning of a word or in the middle. Okay. All right. So who says mm? Yes, Noisy Nick. Good job. Who says? Yep, Hairy Hat Man. Who says? That's right, Firefighter Fred. He gets his lips ready, his teeth are right there. Good job. Who says? Doesn't say anything, but shoots magic. Yeah, Magic E. Magic E can make a vowel man appear. Magic E. Who says? Yeah, that's right. Clever Cat says. Who else says? Yeah, Kicking King. Kicking King says. They both will make that. And when they're together, they'll make that sound at the end of a word. So this will be at the beginning of a word, and this would be at the beginning of a word. But these, right here, together would be at the end of a word, like in sick or back. Very good. All right, which letter lander goes b, b? That's right, Bouncy Ben. The B has a belly right here. B, 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 Bouncy Ben. All right, which two letter landers, when they're together, go ng? That's right, Noisy Nick and Golden Girl will sing to each other. Ng. And you would see that at the end of a short one-syllable word. Now, if you were talking about a suffix that said ing, like if you said, I am riding, ride, I'd, ride, ing, and that suffix that comes at the end, who makes that? Right, Noisy Nick and Golden Girl are in there. It's Ippy Ink, Noisy Nick and Golden Girl. Ing. Very good. And this has magic, which we've learned about. You can't have two magics. You can't have this magic and magic E in a word. Usually when you have a word that has this magic E, you drop the E and add ing. Good job. All right, what letter landers make the w sound? Yep, well, we know old Walter Walrus. He says wah. Who else? Yes, that digraph. Remember, digraphs are two letters that make one sound. Wah. Walter Walrus and Harry Hatman. Harry Hatman is so shocked that Walter has splashed him that he doesn't say anything. So we only hear Walter Walrus. Wah. Like in my name, Waylon or Will. Sometimes, though, when we see this WH, it won't always make that wah sound. Sometimes it makes that who do you think you are? And the only times we hear this who sound is in the word who, whom, or whose. All the other times we see this WH is going to say wah, like in Waylon. Very good. All right. Who says roar? Yeah, we know Red Robot does. Who else says roar? Yeah, Walter Walrus and Red Robot. When we see the WR, we know that W is going to be silent. It's going to say roar, roar, like in right and wrinkle. Roar. Now, which letter lender says A? He reaches up and says his name. A. That's right. That is Mr. A. He reaches up and says his name. Now, unlike Annie Apple, Mr. A has to have help to say his name. He will not say it by himself. So, he needs help. Either he's going to be found at the end of a short one-syllable word, like the word, I'm drawing a blank. All right, but he will need help with that magic E. It goes over one letter and turns Annie Apple into Mr. A. We're also going to learn about how Mr. A will use help by one of his partners. Okay? Another vowel will help him make that A sound. So this is A, and oops, that's not him. This is A, and Annie Apple belongs to Mr. A. Annie Apple's the short A, ah, and Mr. A is the long A. But remember, Mr. A has to have help. He either has to have magic, or he'll be at the end of a short one-syllable word, or he'll have another vowel to help him, okay? Who says I? That's right, Mr. I. Same thing. Mr. I has to have help. Now, the only word I know of that Mr. I does not need help is the word I when he's by himself, and the word hi. Remember, hi is a friendly word? So he's in here. He says I. The rest of the time, he calls on he gets so dizzy and nervous that he calls on Yellow Yo-Yo Man for most of his words, except when he has Magic E helping him. Then he'll make that I sound. Or we're going to learn later, he's probably going to use another vowel to make that I sound. But we know that Mr. I and Ippy Ink belong to each other. They both are I's. Ippy Ink's the short I sound. We hear that always when we see Ippy Ink, unless Mr. I has some help, such as Magic E, or another vowel, or he's in that friendly word, hi. He's at the end of a short one-syllable word. And then last but not least, who says, oh? That's right, good old Mr. O. But just like his other long vowel friends, he cannot say his name by himself. He will only say it by himself when he's like at the end of a short word, like go, or so, or ho, like Santa Claus says, ho, ho, ho. That's when that's when we would hear him say his name. Otherwise, if he's in a word that's bigger than just those 2-letter words, he's going to have to use Magic E to make his name, or he'll have to have another vowel to help him make his name. But Oscar Orange and Mr. O belong to each other. We will always hear that short O sound in a word unless Mr. O has help, such as Magic E or another vowel. Like that. Okay. Or if he's at the end of a short one-syllable word, like no, go, so. All right? All right, good job. Well, today I want you doing some word sorting. You're sorting out those O words. So we'll have words that make that I, that long I sound. Then we'll have this. And we'll have words that will make that O sound. And then we're going to have question words. And those are words that don't either make the O or the I sound. And that's where you're going to put those extra words. All right, good luck.